Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining our latest Travel Bulletin webinar focused this afternoon on the luxury market. We're already halfway through the year, and what a year it's been so far. Luxury sales seem to be going extremely well right across the board. People are telling me left, right, and center that actually people have not cut down on what they want to do. They may have been doing fewer holidays of that luxury market, but they're certainly not they're not cutting back on that spend, which is great news. We are joined today by four fantastic partners who are keen to develop a stronger working relationship with all of you at the other end of this webinar. So let's meet them. Firstly, let's say hello to Regina Ciprian, the sales manager at the Gran Melia Santi Pectri and Don Pepe. Regina, are you there?
Hi, Simon. Yes, I am here.
Right. Okay. Let's see you. Let's prove that you're real.
Okay. Yes, here I am. Hello, everyone.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, Regina is down. It's you're near Cadiz, aren't you? Well.
Yes, I'm based in Marbella, taking care of both properties, Gran Melia from the south of Spain. Sorry.
No, that's fantastic. I've been to the Sancti Petri many years. Well, about 6 years ago, I think it was. So it's fantastic to hear some more about that. We'll come back to you in a second, Regina. Our second presenter is Fenella Toby, who's the senior account manager on behalf of Florida Keys and Key West. Hello, Fenella.
Hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Good to see you all.
Fantastic. Okay, good to see you. You're not in Marbella, are you, Fenella?
No, I'm in the beautiful Florida Keys. I'm on a boat actually, so wind in my hair, having a great time.
Fantastic. Well, it's very good to hear, and I hope you've had good weather in the Keys as we have had here.
Yes, absolutely stunning, as you can see. In fact, I don't know though, the UK's been giving us a run for its money. It's been very hot and sweaty over here, so
it has absolutely good. Although I was woken at around about 3:45 this morning by the rain coming down as hard as it possibly could do on my roof.
No.
Yes,
but good for the gardens. We can't complain either way.
Yeah, you can. No one listens in my experience, even if you do. So it's all good. Thank you, Fenella, for joining us. Our third presenter this afternoon is Claire Golding on behalf of Alula. Great to see you, Claire.
Good to see you too, Simon. Hello, everybody.
Fantastic. And just on the theme of weather, I'm guessing it's quite warm in Alula at the moment, is it?
Oh, I would say it's probably a tad warmer than here.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm sure we'll hear more about that shortly. And our final presenter of the day is Oliver Zwanziger, the sales manager of Bahia Principe. Oliver, how are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Nice to be with you. Thank you, Simon.
Are you somewhere warm, Oliver?
Yeah, well, I left the colder areas, but you can't say because it's all the same in all over Europe now with 30 degrees in Switzerland. So I went to Mallorca, and it's a little bit more temperature. We have 31 degrees here.
Okay, well, that sounds lovely. I'm sure we will find out a little more when I see you. If you can again go back to where you are, Oliver, and then I'll call you again when we start your presentation, just so that everyone knows how we're going to work it this afternoon. Each of our presenters will deliver a live 10-minute presentation. As usual, what we want you to do is to put questions to them, which I will then ask them after their presentation. So please use our Q&A function as always. I will then pose a selection of those questions to each supplier at the end of their presentation. Any that we don't get to ask, we will then forward on to them after the webinar closes. Each presenter will also announce their competition prize and question for that prize to enter. You'll need to enter your answers after the webinar has finished, and we do that via our website, and the correct page is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Don't forget, or rather, don't be distressed. I will keep saying that throughout the webinar so that you can write it down. I'm sure many of you have visited the page before, on previous webinars, so that's great as well. The deadline to win today's prizes or to enter the competition will be this Sunday coming, the 2nd of July at 4 p.m. So you've got plenty of time to get involved. And you can also watch the webinar again as well if you haven't listened carefully enough this time, which I'm sure you will do. So that will give you your best chance of winning. So yes, do listen carefully. We're going to get started now with our first presentation. I'd like to welcome back Regina Ciprian, the sales manager of the Gran Melia, Santi Petri and Don Pepe.
Hello.
Regina, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Don't worry, I won't switch off my microphone for a short while in case there's anything that we are unsure of. That looks perfect. Go full screen and then I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you very much for being with us this afternoon. It is very important for us to be able to do these kind of webinars and bring you our destinations. And now the summer is coming. I would start with Gran Melia Santi Petri. I don't know if many of you know about this destination of this hotel. I always like to talk about Cádiz as California, because it's true that it's a very special place located in the southwest of Spain with very special charm and chill life. The hotel, well, as you can see here, Cádiz, you can reach Cádiz flying to Seville, to Jerez, or to Malaga. So 3 ways of arriving to our hotel. And believe me that once you get there, you forget about everything. The beach is amazing. Here you see two pictures of La Barrosa Beach. In 2012, it was named as the most beautiful beach in Spain. The hotel, what to say about the hotel? We have been rebranded as Gran Melia in 2019. So Melia Hotels International knows about this potential. It's an amazing property. It's like Arabic palace located just in front of the sea. The hotel is fully renovated, and it's absolutely how to say, it's a really special place. The Gran Melia Santi Petri offers unique accommodation. As you can see here, the rooms are in light colors in front of the sea. Most of our rooms have a sea view, renovated as mentioned before, and with the charm of being a Gran Melia. About Gran Melia, before starting with gastronomy, I would like to say that it's like our most luxury Spanish way of living. So we bring our culture into our hotels. As a Spanish, we love eating. It's a must for us and for our hotels. So the gastronomy offer, it's really wide. I want our Michelin if I say that so for lunch, because it's easy. You have bull, your best paella. Then we can so it's going slower than the screen, right? Chiringuito, as you know, I don't know if you know what is a chiringuito. Chiringuito would be any restaurant located in the pool, in the beach, sorry. In our case, we build the chiringuito every year. It's true that Cádiz, it's an area very windy. So we need to build it every year because the winter time doesn't allow us to have the chiringuito set. We are a seasonal hotel, so from November until March, closed. I want you to imagine, after a long day of beach, having a mojito in our Duna Beach restaurant. It's amazing. Believe me, I haven't seen such a beautiful sunset in my life than in Cali. El Patio restaurant, it's where the breakfast and dinner is served. Also lunch in summer season. El patio is the heart of the hotel. Everything happens there. You can see all around the day guests having coffees, beers, some cocktails in the afternoon with live music every day also. It's like, I don't know if you have been in Granada, the Alhambra Palace. It's you can feel like being there because there are some fountains with water music. It's really relaxing all the day around. Don Fernando would be our bar, closes at p.m. in the night. To finish with our gastronomy offer, we have the pool bar. So you can absolutely stay on a sunbed and order whatever you want during the whole day. At Gran Melia, we collaborate with Clarins for our spa. So a wide options for massage, for indoor pool, and of course, a hairdresser. The gym for those one who wants to keep fit in summertime, and meeting room just in case one of you work with mice. Quick mention of that we also are a mice hotel. So this would be a summary of what Gran Melia Principe offer. Now the summer is coming, I really ask you to keep the property in mind because the quality of the service and the guest reviews are amazing. So guest satisfaction is guaranteed there. Now we move into Marbella, 170 kilometers away from Cadiz. So iconic and classic Gran Melia Don Pepe. Here you see a picture. I love this picture. It's our garden, heart of the hotel. What to say about Gran Melia Don Pepe? We have built the hotel in 1964. It's a very important hotel for Melia, not only in Marbella. So 80% of the rooms have sea view. It's very important to know this. I always like to say that it's like being in a cruise. Have sea view and balcony, as you can see the views. Then Marbella, well, as destination, it's a very complete destination, not only for summer. I always like to say that Marbella is an all-year destination. Life continues in winter, especially, well, actually for me, it's a very good season to come in winter time. That it's less crowded and life continues. Here you can see the views of the hotel. I always like to say that it's like, yes, like being on a cruise because you have, and in 3 countries at the same time. You have the coast of Morocco in front of you, Gibraltar, and the coast of Spain. The red level concept, it's present in all the Gran Melia hotels, and it's like offering to our guests a boutique hotel within our 5-star hotel. So in this case, all the rooms from the 5th floor until the 8th are included in the red level concept. Here you see an overview of the hotel location and the gardens. And here I will show you the style of the rooms. It has been fully renovated also. We offer a wide option of suites and connecting rooms that it's very important, especially for summer and family clients. Junior suites and oceans. And the penthouse. Penthouse are one of the key important points for Don Pepe. Believe me that it's like being in the sky. It's in the 8th floor, and for those clients that are very special and want something unique, penthouse of Don Pepe, it's a must. Gastronomy, once again, here you see an overview of our options for restaurants and bars. Erre, it would be our main restaurant in collaboration with Íñigo Urrechu, which is a very celebrated and famous chef in Spain. Odri, which is located in the heart of the hotel, which is the lobby. Bardot, it's our summer restaurant. We have extended this year, and it's market food. It's very famous also in Marbella, not only for our clients, but also for local. Cappuccino, it's a brand, very important in Spain. They have wide options in Mallorca and other cities, and we have one in Marbella. As you can see, it's located just on the promenade of Marbella. Tiny, for those who want Japanese. And to finish with options for wellness would be our Tacha Beauty Wellness. in collaboration with Natalia de la Vega, which is a very famous beauty center in Madrid. They have opened for the first time outside Madrid here with us. Again, just for those who sometimes can work with meeting rooms. And to finish, the last slide will show you the destinations where Gran Melia have properties. Very quick, would be Madrid, Mallorca, Tenerife, Rome, Menorca, Xi'an in China, Arusha in Africa, Chengdu in China again, and Iguazu in South America. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have liked the 2 properties, and please feel free to contact me for any questions or bookings for this summer. I would be very happy to help.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Regina. If you can unshare your screen. Right. Okay. I've got some people have been watching. We had, oh no, don't go away, Regina, because I need to ask you some questions.
Here I am.
Okay, you're back. Okay. So we have people who've been watching. We had a little breakup with your sound near the beginning, but don't worry. Don't worry. From about sort of 2 minutes in, it was all fine, and we could hear everything. So that's good. So I've got some questions for you. Lisa asks, can you walk from the Sancti Petri to any local towns, or what's the best way to experience the local culture?
Yes, well, Cadiz, it's a full destination. It's very complete. By walking, you can go to the shopping area of Chiclana de la Frontera. Okay, it will take you maybe 10 minutes, more or less.
Okay.
Chiclana de la Frontera, it's a very small, traditional and fisher village, but it's very charming. So yes, there is an option to go by walking. It's a long promenade also, very beautiful along the beach. And then if you have a car, you have a lot of villages and small towns around, of course.
Okay. I've got another one from Lara with regards to the Don Pepe. You showed us the presidential suite, I think it was. Was that right?
The penthouse.
Penthouse suite. So how many people can you fit in the penthouse suite, she asks?
4 people.
Okay, so 4 adults, or 2 adults, 2 children, or?
2 adults, 2 children. And for families that want to be connected, it's important to explain that our 8th floor can be connected all along. So we would have the 2 penthouses at the corner, and in the middle we have the presidential suite. So that means that we can close almost all the floor. So penthouse plus presidential would be a total of 4 adults and 4 children, and penthouse plus presidential plus penthouse. If I sell this, I am the queen.
If you sell that, then you're on holiday for the rest of the year. Yes, okay. I understand. Okay, that's good. Michael Atkinson asks, in terms of the Don Pepe, how many outdoor pools are there?
Okay, outdoor, it's the main pool and the children one. So
okay.
2. But you saw the pool, how big it is.
And it's also, it looks as though you can you walk to the beach from there as well?
Yes, we are located just in front of the beach and connected to the promenade with the little stairs.
Okay, so it's all very easy. Well, that's good. And one more thing, on both hotels, if you can quickly explain, are all board options open? Is it just bed and breakfast, or is it full board? Can you do, is it available on all of on both hotels?
We work bed and breakfast, half board and full board. It is true that in Don Pepe, in high season, we close the full board.
Okay.
Okay. So in high season, we work on bed and breakfast and half board.
Fantastic. Okay, Regina, thank you very much for that.
Sorry, it changes. It's not all the years the same. Okay, so they need to contact me, and if it changes, we give them the most updated information.
Okay, that's fine. So just check on the dates, contact you, and then you can inform them as to what's happening. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, now to round off with you, if you can do, please share details of your competition prize. and also give us the question.
Okay, so I am offering today 2 nights stay in Gran Melia Santipetri for 2 people, bed and breakfast. Okay, and the question would be if they know what is the name of our Michelin star in Gran Melia Santipetri with our chef Angel Leon.
Fantastic. So just to recap, we have 2 nights bed and breakfast for 2 people at the Gran Melia Santipetri. And the question that you'll need to enter via our website, the answer we're looking for is for the question, name the Michelin star restaurant at the Gran Melia Santipetri. Wonderful. Thank you, Regina. Really appreciate it. Please stay, and we'll give everyone a wave at the end of the training session. So if you can, if you don't mind, now turn off stop your camera and mute yourself, and I'll see you at the end. Fantastic. Okay,
Bye-bye.
that was superb.
See you now.
Okay, see you at the end. Right, great. Next we have Fenella, if you would like to join me on behalf of the Florida Keys. With occasionally, when your hair allows, we see the boat. But it's there we go. Okay, so
only for special occasions will I reveal the boat.
Okay, I will leave you to it, Fenella. I will see you in 10.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Simon. Right, let me share my screen for you all. Okay, well, first of all, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. So yes, Florida Keys and Key West, some of you may be very familiar, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through basically the top 10 facts about the Florida Keys. So I hope you give you some really top line facts about it, and so improve your knowledge. And then, of course, if you've got any more questions, you can always ask me anytime. But to start things off, I'm going to show you a beautiful video. Now, normally I shy away from showing videos because it always turns into chaos, but cross fingers it goes smoothly. So we'll see. I'll play that and then I'll rejoin you for the facts in a minute. Okay, so I'm hoping you're agreed with me there that it just looks like the ultimate luxury destination. So I thought it was important to give you a view of what you're going to be seeing as I talk through this presentation, and then I'll go through the facts with you now. Okay, so number 1, the Florida Keys. We are at the southernmost tip of Florida, and we are a group of islands, large and small, about 800 in total, but they're all connected by the overseas highway, which is about 42 bridges connecting from the mainland all the way down to Key West. So from Miami Airport, we're only an hour away, and we definitely are a self-drive destination. So here we are. We've got a bit more of an in-depth map so you can see what we're talking about. So Miami is about just up here. Key Largo is our main island, or northernmost island. Then we get to Isla Morada, Marathon in the middle, Big Pine, and then Key West down the bottom. Now, Key West has its own tiny airport, which is very handy because it means that you've got access or different ways that you can do kind of your Florida Keys itinerary. So we've got a tiny airport down there. You've got direct flights into Orlando, which is always really helpful. Most people fly into Miami, drive down through the Keys, and then from there they can fly out to lots of twin center destinations. We've got direct flights with Dallas, Chicago, Boston. New York City is a great new one. People are loving to twin the city and then also get the more Caribbean feel when they come down into the Florida Keys. And that's definitely how we're trying to push it at the moment. It's very different to the rest of Florida and indeed America in general. It's got a really relaxed vibe down there, much more like the Caribbean, but easy to twin to all of these other great US destinations. So Key Largo is known as our dive capital of the world. So this is really where you want to do all of your water sports. We have the 3rd largest Great Barrier Reef down in Key Largo as well. So amazing for snorkeling, diving. Start of the Shipwreck Trail is here. You can see on the map on the top right, you've got lots of little flags. Now those are all shipwrecks and they go all the way down throughout the Keys. There's an amazing place to get your diving certificate, but as well to explore the John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. Over 600 species of coral to be explored, amazing place to have a picnic, lots of beautiful kayaking to be explored as well. And then of course also we have the Everglades National Park, or the gateway to it, in Key Largo also. So here it's great to kind of explore on bicycle, although I must say the Everglades is the only place in the world that you can find a crocodile and an alligator. So maybe being on bicycle is a bit brave. You can go on a hovercraft, you can go kayaking. It's a great place to explore and some amazing kind of wildlife to go and see. You can take a day trip up on the African Queen as well. So that's the boat that was in the Humphrey Bogart film with the same name. She lives out her days in Key Largo and is available for day trips up into the Everglades. So that's a really cool one to add to any itineraries. Number 5 is conservation. So the Florida Keys are surrounded by beautiful warm waters all year round. So we attract a lot of fantastic wildlife and a lot of fishing, of course. Isla Morada is known as the sports fishing capital of the world. So definitely getting out on the boat is important and having a go yourself. Anything you catch, you can take to a restaurant and they will cook it up for you. But conservation is really important. So down in Marathon, which is about halfway down in the Keys, you have the Turtle Hospital, where people can go and visit the turtles. You can go on a little tour around the hospital, and then any turtle that needs rehabilitating will get released back into the wild. So that's really good fun. If you're there at the right time, you can watch a live turtle release. You've got the Dolphin Research Centre as well, was it non-for-profit charity set up to help us kind of protect dolphins moving forward in their environment. Any dolphins that are on the property here either need rehabilitation, so will be released, or it's almost like a retirement home. They, for whatever reason, can't go back into the wild. So they live freely in these large lagoons. There's no organised activity, but they are incredibly intelligent, as we know, so they enjoy the interaction. So if they come up to you, you are allowed to interact with them. But yeah, there's some amazing initiatives and great volunteerism opportunities as well down in the Keys, which is good to kind of keep in mind. And then also we have aquarium encounters, which is great for people with families that really involved in kind of growing that next generation of young biologists and conservationists. And it's a fantastic place to go and learn about the different kind of biodiversity in and around the Keys down there. 6, our wildlife. Okay, so we've touched upon dolphins, turtles. You'll often see stingray from the shore as you walk along some of the vast kind of beaches down there, really stunning. But also down in the lower Keys, you'll see that it's a lot more broken up, the islands down here. So it's less about accommodation and more about the wildlife in this area. If you're going to visit it, it's normally kind of for a day. You'll be staying in Marathon and kind of commuting, or Key West, either 20 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on where you are. But the key deer are indigenous to the Keys. So they're very cute. They're only 2.5 feet tall. They roam freely around the area down here. They love to swim. So hold on to your picnics, because if they'll pop up and grab a sandwich from you if they can. And then also the Great White Heron Refuge is also down here. Large white bird that you can see in this picture, huge wingspan, and they swoop low over the islands down here, and it's just really stunning to see. But again, you can see from the picture, it's beautiful, crystal clear waters, shallow islands that you can walk between, absolutely stunning. And then 7, as we come to Key West, which is our city in the Keys, we're known as one human family. So it's an all welcome, all happy environment, basically. But we have a thriving LGBT community as well. It's a very quirky place. You never quite know what you're going to see down in Key West, but it's a great fun. You've got live music down every alleyway. There's lots of drag shows. There's lots of karaoke bars. That's where you'll find me. But it's really good fun. And as you can see, you've got the sunset celebrations in the bottom picture as well. So this happens every evening without fail. Everybody gathers in Mallory Square to watch the setting of the sun. Huge round of applause goes up, and then everyone disappears into their different nightlife activities. So whether you want to go and explore some of the food stalls, You want to see some of the acrobatics from the street performers. You've got tightrope walkers. There's always someone with a fiery hoop and a catch that's going to jump through it. It's a really fantastic place, and especially for kind of cuisine as well. Talking of that Caribbean flavour, we've got a lot of Caribbean fusion food down there. Fresh fish, delicious, just sort of fine dining restaurants, but also bars. Sloppy Joe's is a favourite for everyone's, and was of Ernest Hemingway also. And 8, talking about kind of different activities that you can do down in Key West. Bearing in mind, it's 4 miles long by 2 miles wide. So you don't need a car. You can easily rent bicycles from lots of different hotels, but exploring on foot is fantastic. But definitely getting out when the sun is setting. So either hiring a private catamaran, going on a paddleboard, or going on one of the tall ships for some cheese and some wine is excellent. We have some amazing accommodation down in this area as well. In fact, throughout the Keys, there's really great variety, but our luxury market is absolutely stunning. So yeah, so definitely worth exploring. And if you're interested in knowing which properties to kind of look at, definitely drop me an email afterwards and I can point you in the right direction for your clients for sure. And number 9, we touched on the fresh seafood, but being surrounded by so much warm water, it really does attract some amazing sea life. Getting out on the water, as I said, is really important. I know in the UK, it's not particularly a sexy sport, but it is in the Florida Keys. You've got sunshine, music playing, beers cooling in the back. You've got attractive, pretty fish, and there's an incentive. Anything you catch, you can take to the restaurant and they will cook it up for you. So depending on how good a fisherman you are, you can either eat very well or not very well, but absolutely delicious. So it's an amazing place for cuisine as well. And number 10, if you've got a bit of extra time, definitely head to Fort Jefferson's Dry Tortugas National Park. So this was originally built as a fortress to protect Greater Florida and the Florida Keys. But now it's got a great museum on there, some fantastic restaurants. It's also got, as you can see, beautiful waters. So amazing snorkeling, jet skiing. It's got this fantastic seawall that you can see is built up all the way around the fortress that you can walk on. And it's beautiful because it's just above the waterline. So it's absolutely stunning to kind of stroll along there. And as you can see, some really beautiful beaches as well. One thing I will note is that we don't promote Florida Keys as a beach destination per se, although you will find there's lots of beautiful beaches. They're not big, long stretches. Every hotel will kind of have their private bay or their private beach, but it's more about renting a boat and launching up onto a sandbank. If you want like big stretches of beaches where everyone's out with their towels, that's more up in the north of Florida. Just a note, selling wise, because some people get that a little bit confused. But yes, the fort is just about 20 minutes by seaplane or 2 hours ferry, depending on your budget. But it's a great day out. Once you get there, you'll really enjoy it. You won't want to rush your time. You'll be happy spending the whole day there for sure. But that is the Florida Keys in a nutshell. Now I'll be sure to follow up with you guys. We've got some amazing online training that will go through everything in a bit more detail for you. There's virtual fam tours. We've got our new Florida Keys TV, where you can find all of our kind of YouTube videos. So if you want to delve into any of the regions in particular, definitely have a look at that. And then also sample itineraries. If you've ever got clients coming to you with queries, you can always have a look at some of the sample itineraries we've got on the website. There's some really great planning tools. And then of course you can always email me and I will be very happy to answer any questions you have. I'm hoping you've got some now, but I'll stop sharing and then we can come back on those.
Fantastic, Fernanda. Yes, we have questions for you. That was awesome. I love the whole catch it, and if you're not a good fisherman, you won't eat, basically. I love that.
It's survival of the fittest here, guys.
No, I do like that. That was very good. Right, okay. We have questions galore for you. So let's kick off with, what do we have to start with? Okay, yeah. Let's have a look at, Sandra Lambert asks, how do you do the Keys on a budget? Now, I don't know whether she's saying sort of lower star properties or whatever. I know that we're in a luxury webinar today, so you've not been going down that route, but is it an option or is camping an option, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So in general, it's not a budget friendly destination, I'll be honest. purely because obviously we're usually fighting with the domestic market so much. It's always popular, which is fantastic, but it does mean that capacity is always tight. But having said that, in accommodation wise, yes, we do luxury really well, but we do have RV sites and campsites all throughout the Keys also, especially around the Marathon area and the lower Keys. There are some great ones. So yeah, so there are definitely options, and there are, again, self-catered and then also more 3-star properties. But in terms of like hotels and things, you will always find that the prices are quite high, just because you are paying for the privilege, unfortunately, to go to the Keys. And that is sometimes what I think agents find really tricky with their customers, that often you may be paying 5-star prices and not necessarily getting a 5-star property. And that's something we have to kind of really balance with our clients. But there are options, just not as many. It's definitely like a luxury destination for sure.
No, okay, that's cool. Michael asks, and this will test your knowledge of good and bad fishing.
Okay.
No, this is, which is the best key to fish from?
Oh, easy, hands down. Okay, so Isla is the sports fishing capital of the world. That's where you've got to go. So that's the second one down. So that would take you from Miami. Good point. Each major region's about 40 to 45 minutes apart. So that would probably take you about 3 hours from Miami, because Miami to Key Largo is an hour, 45 minutes, about 3 hours.
Okay,
I've got to get on the boat there.
Isla Esmeralda, right? Okay, that's the one. And one that just to finish off with, just to let Philip know, yes, there will be a recording, and you will be able to visit that tomorrow. It'll be on our website, so you can run through. Philip was late to the party, so to speak, today. Philip, you won't be told off by me, but you will have the chance to see Fenella and everyone else's, Regina's presentation in full. If you visit the website tomorrow, you can do it on our YouTube channel. One more thing, Lisa asks, with regards to what you were just explaining, how far is it from Key Largo to Key West? How long does it take?
Key West. So it's, I haven't got it in miles. No, it is 125 miles all the way down. Realistically, we always say it's about 3.5 to 4 hours to drive the whole thing. But we would never, if I catch any of you going from Key Largo straight down to Key West, no, you have to stop off at the Upper Keys because they are stunning. And
well, you won't have anything to eat because you won't have caught your dinner at the fishing sort of place. But yeah.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, it's the Upper Keys are definitely, if in terms of luxury, that's where you find some of the more luxurious properties, and just in terms of views and scenery, it is stunning. Key West is obviously the party hub of it, but it just depends what your clients are looking for, and that's when you have to do your research and kind of go into each of the different regions, because they are very different, which is great, but you want to make sure you're placing your clients in the right accommodation where they want to do the activities that interest them.
Okay, the key here is ask your clients what they envisage doing, find out what their wish list is, then get hold of Fenella, find out how that matches up with their wish list, then sell them the correct holiday, and everyone is a winner. So good. Fenella, please share with us details of your wonderful competition prize and your question.
Excellent. Okay, so our prize is, we have a very famous photographer in Florida Keys called Robert O'Neill, who usually does a lot of our beautiful marketing materials. We have a beautiful wall art. It's basically a large canvas of one of his famous pictures up for grabs. So it's going to look stunning in your living room or in your office, wherever you are. And to win this, you have to answer the question. Now, let's just remember what it is. So, which island region has its own airport?
Fantastic. Okay, so just as a brief recap, we have a wonderful decorative wall print for the Florida Keys, and the question is, which island region has its own airport? Remember, you are answering that at the end of the webinar via our website. So write it down so that you know what you've, if you know the answer already. So thank you very much, Fenella. We will see you again in about sort of 25 minutes, something like that, at the end of the webinar. Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Fantastic. Okay, good stuff. Right, our third presentation today is with Claire Golding. Claire Golding is looking after the amazing destination of Alula. Hello again, Claire. Are you all good?
All good. Yep. Hello, everybody.
Fantastic. I will leave you to it and see you in 10.
All right, let's hope the share presentation works beautifully today. All right, hoping that everybody can see that. I'm going to start straight in. And firstly, Mahaba, welcome to Alula and welcome to one of Arabia's best kept secrets. Now, unfortunately, it isn't working.
Don't worry, go do whatever you need to do to go back and start again.
It's just feeling very slow and very
Okay.
temperamental this afternoon.
Okay.
So maybe the weather is getting to everybody. Unfortunately, it's raining here. But it's not raining in Alula. And Alula is actually located in northwest Saudi Arabia. It's easily accessible. It can be accessed by one stop over Jeddah or Riyadh or Dammam. But many of our UK trade partners are actually selling Alula directly out of the Middle East. Alula has its own international airport, and perhaps one of the easiest ways to get into Alula is using the services, the code-share services of Emirates and Fly Dubai. Alula actually, in terms of size, is about the size of Wales. It's about 22,000 kilometres squared, of which over 50% are nature parks, with a very small population of 45,000. So what customers are going to get here is the luxury of space and very few tourists. Now, how do you think of Alula? Perhaps one of the best ways to think of Alula as a living, immersive experience, or perhaps the world's largest outdoor museum. Its legacy is its incredibly deep, rich history, over 200,000 years of history that can be traced right back to the Stone Age. But I think what I will try and do, and I hope will work, is I'm going to share a short video with you first. So there are 4 key heritage sites that you should be aware of for your clients. The first and probably most accessible, or not even accessible, but the most recognizable, would be our UNESCO World Heritage Site at Hegra. And this was the sister city of Petra of the Nabatean Kingdom and the southernmost city of the Nabatean Kingdom itself. The second heritage site is that of Dedan, and Dedan actually predates the Nabateans, goes back even older. And this is a civilization that is just being discovered. Visitors today, you can see the incredible lion tombs. They're quite unique. They're set well high into the Red Cliff Mountains, about 50 meters off the ground, and are amazing to see. And during the seasons really between October and March, we have a global archaeological program that's ongoing and excavating this area. And we believe the entire city of Dedan is there for us to find and be able to share with the world. And only about 4% of this area has been uncovered so far. The third heritage site is Jabal Ikma, and this we call our open air library. It's almost like a modern day Twitter, to be honest. Alula was really known for being that key stop-off point on the incense route, all those many hundreds of years ago, bringing traders and pilgrims from the southern part of Arabia and from Africa up through to the Mediterranean. They took advantage of this safe area, and actually there's an incredible concentration of scripts and rock art that really depicts their life in all those years gone by, and some of the rock art here is unbelievable. And then the fourth key heritage site is that of Alula Old Town. Whilst hundreds of years ago, it actually was inhabited right up until the 1980s. Today, it's being sensitively restored. It's being restored authentically by local artisans, but it's a place today that you can actually sit, enjoy great restaurants, enjoy the little market stalls, and some of the retail outlets that are there. The fascinating thing with Alula is its geology. It really is quite different from many of the other desert landscapes that perhaps one expects. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, Alula was actually under the sea. And what's quite amazing today is that you can still find seashells, particularly at Hegra and in some of the rocks. The colors are diverse. You get these incredible red sandstone, you get the black volcanic basalt. So the experiences that you get here are absolutely magnificent. Some of the best ways of doing this is taking a helicopter tour or taking a hot air balloon. Going up to Garameel and stargazing. Some of the tours are wonderful. There is no light pollution, so you really can sit out and see the wide expanse of black skies, incredible star constellations, and even the Milky Way. Four-wheel drives take you through some of the nature parks like the Sharan Nature Reserve, or you could just kick back and enjoy coffee or beverages at one of the monumental rock formations such as Elephant Rock. And what these outrageous landscapes allow visitors to do is to really immerse themselves in the nature and beauty of this area. And there's a lot of ways that they can do this and explore themselves. Walking and hiking is incredibly popular, although most people will do that on a small escorted tour, or take a horse, or take a camel, or take a bicycle. There's many ways to experience the landscape. For those that need a little bit of an adrenaline rush, there is even an incredible zip line, possibly not everybody's cup of tea, but it literally takes you across one of the huge canyons. Alula's been a crossroads of civilizations for many years. Today, it's probably a crossroads for arts and culture. And Melia is one of, again, our very iconic sites, but it's mixing the old with the new. This is actually the largest mirrored building in the world, set in the Asha Valley. But what this building does is, rather than sort of speak for itself as this incredible new architectural feat, what it does is beautifully reflect its environment. So whatever time you visit Melia, whether it's early morning or evening, you'll see the colors and the landscapes. And it actually, as a building, just blends into the landscape. But inside is a fantastic venue. It's a venue for meetings and incentives, yes, but it's also home to a 550 seat concert venue. And we're lucky enough to have some incredible global stars that have already appeared here this year: Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, Andrea Bocelli, Seal, you name it, they are coming. So it's a fantastic place actually to take in a concert, or even an exhibition. The last exhibition that we had was one from Andy Warhol. In terms of accommodation offerings, this is a destination that is much more of a luxury high-end destination. The latest property to open was Banyan Tree. So our 5-star is Banyan Tree and Habitas at the moment. There are other options that you can see here, but it is the luxury accommodation which will grow. Currently, we only have about 500 room keys, but coming in later this year, we'll have the wonderful Abercrombie and Kent, who will have their first tented accommodation in the Middle East in Alula. We will also see Oman bringing 3 properties into Alula in the next 2 years. Later this year, just before Christmas, hopefully the Chedi will be open at Hegra, which will only have about 34 rooms. So again, a small boutique, unique resort experience. And we also have a property in Old Town, which will be more eco-friendly, built in the traditional way, but again, with 5-star luxury, called Dar Tantora. And I think surprisingly, the food offering is quite incredible. This is actually a picture of the British chef, Jason Atherton, who runs his social restaurants. He has Mariah Social, which is open on the top of the Mariah building. And you can actually see even the glass is on the top of the building, again, reflecting the incredible scenery. But there is a real mixture of restaurants, from Mediterranean, modern, global, to some beautiful Middle East types of food. And a lot of our food and produce comes directly from the oasis. So it really is a product to a place, to plate. Now, the best way to actually put together an itinerary for your clients, and this is often the way that many of the tour operators that you're able to access through will sell the product, is on a 4-night, 5-day experience. This allows you to do all 4 of those heritage sites, but also one of those experiences, whether walking or cycling, that you might like to do. And of course, enjoy some of the incredible facilities at the resorts. And then for a lot more information and a lot more destination information, you can go to experiencealula.com, or please go to our trade hub, which we have here for our UK industry, which is alulaspecialist.com. There you will find our training program, but you will also find the toolkits, the webinars, the videos, anything really that you probably need to sell, and obviously the ability to contact us directly. So that is my presentation for this afternoon. I'm sure there will be some questions, and I will pass back over to Simon.
Fantastic. Thank you, Claire. Yes, we have questions for you. Before I ask a couple of questions, I think the most telling thing is that there's an awful lot of wow and incredible, and people are just amazed by the video and the pictures that you show. So it's obviously a something that people will take hopefully and take forward with them, which is good. So yes, Michael asked, is it best to hire a car, or is it best to do planned itineraries in terms of escorted touring? I'm going to jump in and just sort of say something, only because we've had previously others do presentations on Saudi in general, so that's why that's why I think Michael's probably asking, because that included sort of a lot of things. What would you suggest?
Well, I think my first commentary would be that Alula it's a comparatively easy area to get around. So all of those sites that I've talked about are really quite close to each other. I think I personally wouldn't hire a car. You can hire a car in Alula, you can get one at the international airport, but what most of the tour operators or the DMCs are doing is putting together that experience, which includes transfers. To be honest, that is the way that I would do it, just for ease of parking, ease of getting around. So you can hire a car for those that are really comfortable and want to, but then you've got to decide where to leave your car, because you can't take your cars into the heritage sites, for example. So I would suggest you let your operator or your DMC put that entire package together in a luxury way.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And then it's obviously out of your hands in the sense that you don't have to worry anymore either. Okay,
correct.
Good. Jenny asks, with regards to Mariah and the concerts and who's playing and who's singing or whatever it might be, how do you find out who's doing what, where and when?
One of the challenges I have to admit we do have is quite often we're on Middle East time, and they sometimes put together the concerts which are suddenly advised a month out, which is a little
Okay.
difficult for customers and for operators that are potentially booking and considering a destination a year out. This is gradually changing. I think we have to understand and accept that Saudi has an incredible wealth of product and experiences, but it's only just understanding how the international world works. But you can find out. The best way is to go to experiencealula.com. All of our events and festivals are listed on there. Many will say coming soon, but that is probably the best and most up-to-date place to go.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you for that. One more thing. This is something I think a number of people have asked. Is there any likely airlift that's going to go more direct, or is everything always going to go via Jeddah?
I think there's more likely that there will be more airlift coming on board. So at the moment, because we have an international airport, I think it will still be one stop. I've mentioned Emirates. Coming online in September will be Royal Jordanian from Oman. So again, a beautiful twin center potential opportunity. And there is perhaps another carrier that will be coming online over another hub. There is the potential long term for non-stop. It's quite possible. We have a non-stop actually out of Paris once a week during the winter, which is only 5.5 hours out of Paris. So you could potentially do 6.5 hours probably flying out of London. The challenge we've got is we do not have enough capacity, honestly, to fill an aircraft direct. It is a luxury destination with a limited number of rooms. So yes, we could, but I'm not sure how the return on investment for the carriers to do that direct, certainly in the short term.
Okay, but they can go in via other destinations like Oman and what have you. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's great. And from a sales perspective, it is all about the experience, isn't it?
It is. It's a destination that doesn't have tourists. It has this incredible space. It has a legacy that has been untouched for hundreds of years. I think that is what is so exciting. There is so much in this destination. It's only just being discovered now. And I'm personally, having now worked with the team for a couple of years, it's the sensitivity with what and how they are developing this destination. It will be a sustainable destination. It will be a small destination. We're not looking for volume.
Okay. No, someone mentioned it to me the other day, and this was quite an interesting take on it. I don't know what you think of this, but they said to me that they were 3 years ago or 4 years ago, there was an enormous rush to do what I would call exploration. So, we got the South Atlantic. Everyone wants to go and see the penguins and get off on the ice shelf and do that. And now I hesitate to say they're queuing up exactly, but there's an awful lot of them doing similar stuff. That was looked at because people wanted to go back and say, I've been somewhere that you haven't been. This strikes me as something similar.
Very much so. I mean, you've only got to look across social and you'll see it's such a stunningly beautiful destination. It's highly Instagrammable. It very much is bragging rights. And to be honest, I think even though it's becoming more known as a destination, travel is growing, it will remain that way for quite a long time to come because it is a small, unique boutique destination.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you ever so much for your presentation. We really appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind now sharing details of your competition, your prize and what your question is.
Very easy. We're giving away a £50 Marks and Spencer's voucher today, but also a little goodie bag from Alula, which has got some of our local produce in it. The question is, I hope, very easy for everybody. Please let us know how many key heritage sites there are in Alula. Okay, again, just a reminder, don't put it on the chat now. Go to our website at the end of the webinar, travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition, and you will get your chance to put in your answer. Thank you very much again, Claire. In sort of 15 minutes time, 10, 12 minutes time, if you can rejoin us and we'll say goodbye at the end. But thank you for now. We have our final presentation now of our training webinar. It's going to be delivered by Oliver, representing Bahia Principe. Oliver, are you fit and ready to do your stuff?
Yes, I'm ready, and well, thank you for joining to everybody. And well, it was amazing. Huh? We have seen the Spanish mainland, Saudi Arabia, Florida Keys, and now we're going to have a little visit to the Caribbean destinations.
Fantastic. I will leave you and see you in 10.
Thank you. So
Thank
let's try if it works as it should. Yeah. So maybe, I hope you can see it.
We're all good, Oliver.
All right, perfect. So Bahia Principe Hotels and Resorts, we are a Spanish company based in Mallorca. And we have a lot of beautiful destinations and properties all over the Caribbean destinations, such as Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Jamaica. Yeah, first of all, I just want to invite you, please, don't miss to join our rewards on our website, the Fidelization program for all travel agents. You get the first 1,000 reward points on joining us. And then you have a lot of opportunities while you go through vacation with us. You have free accommodations and transfers. You can have books, nice excursions, and we have a lot of nice restaurants for you. So this is for you as travel agents. And now for your clients and for your information, we do have 4 brands. This is the Sunlight Hotels of Bahia Principe for our Spanish hotels based in Tenerife, the Canary Islands, and in Mallorca. And then for the Caribbean, we do have the Bahia Principe Gran category, which are all 5-star hotels. So in the luxury segment of the tourism for the Caribbean, we do have 24 hotels running. Yeah, and if you would like to have a little more of luxury, you can even join our Bahia Principe luxury resorts. And if you are more keen to visit, to travel together with your family, friends, and children, then Bahia Principe Fantasia would be the best options. The best option, yeah. So we have our luxury segment all over the Caribbean destinations. And as I said, the Gran and the Sunlight for the Spanish market. What makes us different, or where are our strong points? This is, of course, a location. We have beautiful beaches for you, a nice surrounding, the National Park of Teide in Tenerife. You have the Maya culture in Mexico, and the Dominican flair, and of course, the reggae area in Jamaica in the north by Montego Bay. Of course, our rooms are all very spacious. We do have an allotment of 2+2 or 3 adults and a child, basically. And as my colleague former said, as we are from Spain and Mallorca, we have deeply looked for our cuisine. So the offer is really international, interesting, and we are only looking for the details that your clients gonna be happy. If they want to have sport activities, of course, we have diving schools at all our properties, but we also have our own golf courses in the south of the Dominican Republic and in Mexico, Riviera Maya. And for the fantasy, Bahia Principe Fantasia, our special entertainment shows with animation and professional evening and night shows. So a little bit of everything combined with a personalized service. And you can relax, your clients may relax in our spa and wellness, or having a nice massage at the beach. So there is a lot of options. Even we do have a lot of honeymooners joining our resorts. So if you have clients who are just married, please let me know, and we can arrange everything for them and special wedding programs. So just give me a short call, please. Yeah, we have some international music, as I said, entertainment and very nice calm music. in our properties. We have, of course, the golf courses here, as I said before, and then your clients may choose if they want to have a little bit more calm ubication, which would be here as an example in La Romana, Dominican Republic in the south, with its natural beaches. And always in every destinations, we have the Grand Hotel and beside the luxury. So clients may choose which kind of property is better for them, they prefer. Yeah, you can see the La Romana area here, our Bahia Principe Grand Hotel. Then the luxury beside, directly in front of the beach, of course, nice beaches, wonderful locations. Yeah, here you can see our new Las Olas restaurants, which is 5 national, international restaurants with Dominican food, Greek food, Asian food, and French food. This is available for all clients in Punta Cana, Bávaro, for every hotel there from Bahia Principe. Clients may join these extra restaurants, which we constructed right in front of the beach. Yeah, here a little picture of the Bahia Principe Fantasia Punta Cana. The other one is based in Tenerife for families. Yeah, then we have the luxury Amba in the Dominican Republic and the Bahia Principe Luxury Esmeralda, which is now under renovation and will open again on the 1st of November as a brand new, totally renovated 5-star luxury hotel in Playa Bávaro, the southeast of the Dominican Republic. Our Bávaro Grand and the Punta Cana. And beside, we do have the Bahia Principe Gran Turquesa. The Agua Marine, and then we are going to take over to the north of the Dominican Republic, joining Samaná now. We have 3 hotels there at Samaná Beach. 2 of them, this is something brand new, we offer from the 1st of November in bed and breakfast and half board. So as all the other hotels are with all inclusive, here you have 2 options if clients decide to have the half board or bed and breakfast option. Beautiful location, right in front of the beautiful Bacardi Island, where the film was made for the Bacardi rum in the 80s, maybe you remember. And from here you can see right over, it is only 3 kilometers away from the Samaná North. You come from Cayo Coco directly to the Cayo Levantado resort. This is the Bacardi Island, and this hotel is brand new, opened on the 1st of June, the 1st of June. We just opened. I have been there 4 weeks ago to check if everything is working perfectly. We have been all there from our commercial department, and well, we tried everything. So this is a little property, a smaller property. We have 220 rooms, junior suites, and of course, family rooms there. We have 4 restaurants. We have 2 private beaches in the north and in the south. And you can see on the west side of the island, Cayo Levantado, you have a public beach. So people from Samaná may join us there and they can spend a day there. And at 4 o'clock in the evening, the whole island is only reserved for Bahia Principe. We go over to the Riviera Maya. You join from the Cancun airport, you go down south to the Riviera Maya resorts. And there we have our golf course right behind our hotel Bahia Principe Luxury Sian Can, directly located by the side of the golf course. And then we have the Acomal, a luxury hotel, the Tulum as a grand, and the Cobar. So for every client, you have the right product And that's why we are going now to Jamaica to fulfill the reggae program in the North Montego Bay. We are just 25 minutes from the capital away. And well, we do have two properties there. Again, one Grand Jamaica Resort and the Bahia Principe Luxury One Bay. Yeah, that's for the Caribbean, and just a little step for the short haul there. If you have clients interested in Tenerife, we do have 3 hotels in the south running in Costa Adeje, which is close to the beach, and there is beautiful beaches beside, not too far away. So you take a car, or you have the shuttle bus, or you go with a public bus, and you join a lot of nice beaches there. And then we do have the Fantasia in Tenerife as a second Bahia Principe Fantasia beside the Punta Cana one. And last but not least, in the north of Tenerife, our Bahia Principe Sunlight San Felipe. Yeah, don't forget about Mallorca. We have the Coral Playa there, nice 4-star hotel. And this brings me to the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm looking forward for your questions now. And later onwards, please don't hesitate to contact me by email. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Okay, superb, Oliver. Thank you ever so much. That was great stuff. If you can unshare, that's great. Thank you very much. Okay, we have some questions. Yes, you've got an awful lot of product out there, which is great. So I've got right. First of all, Joanne asks, can you do legal weddings in the Caribbean? Is that possible?
Yeah. It's more a symbolic wedding. Yeah. So the best would be if clients married at their home in their country, and then they can join us, and we have the diploma. They get an official certificate. But to be 100% sure, I would always recommend to marry first and then go on your honeymoon and join our hotels.
Yes. Okay.
But
yeah. Don't regret the fact that it wasn't ever real. No. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I've got Claire who asks, is the Fantasia Punta Cana, is it on the beach?
Yes, it's on the beach. It's inside our complex of Playa Bávaro in Punta Cana. And we do have the 6 hotels there, 7 hotels. And the Punta Cana Fantasia, Punta Cana is right in the second line behind the Esmeralda. So, but it's just a walk of 6-7 minutes, and you are directly to the beach. And of course, we do have this little train going through the resort and picking up all clients directly from their rooms. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, I've got Michael asked a couple of questions, so I'm going to ask first of all. He asks about the reward points.
Yes.
What is the sort of best thing to use them against? Is it best to use them to redeem them against spa treatments or hotel stays, or can you use them against transfers or anything like that? Or
yes, that's a good question. If you join our website, bahiaprincipe.com, you can do the reservation, and this is the little present I bring from my side today. There is a special extra 3,000 reward points for all agents of Travel Bulletin today here, and it goes till the 5th of July. So if you just register, you get the points, you get 3,000 points more, in total 4,000, and you can use these, I would say, for the booking of your next vacation to get a good hotel price, or directly inside the destination with our special a la carte restaurants, or if you want to join some excursions, we have our own incoming agent there coming too. So you just go to the reception, ask for them, and then you get these reward points to reduce the excursion rates.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. The other thing he asks as well is if he has any clients traveling to Mexico, and he wants any special requests, should he go through try and get an email for the hotel direct, or should he come through you? What's the easiest way to make the request?
Yes, I am inviting everybody to contact me directly.
Okay.
As we are a nice group of around 50 agents, no problem. I will answer all your questions. You can contact me anytime. And also, of course, directly towards the booking, the tour operator you choose, and contact directly them and to the hotels.
Fantastic. Okay, just to recap on that, just in case anyone missed it, Oliver is offering everyone who is partaking or listening to this webinar, if you're doing it now, or even if you watch it tomorrow or over the next day or two, as long as you sign up to the BahiaPrincipe.com website and register yourselves, he will make sure you get 3,000 reward points. Is that right, Oliver?
Yes, this is absolute correct, and it is valid till the 5th of July. So you have just 1 week, and just for a quick reservation.
Well, that is no small gift. Thank you very much for that, Oliver. I appreciate your help with that. I've got one more thing that's come up on my screen. Everyone who is wanting everyone's details, everyone will get them. So don't worry. All of the suppliers will be given your email addresses, so they will be in touch with you subsequently. Claire has one more quick question. Is the Fantasia Punta Cana, no, not that one. Do you do anything on Christmas Day?
Yeah, we don't charge a supplement for the gala dinners, for example. So we do some really special program for Christmas and end of the year, Sylvester Eve. How do you say it in English?
Well, for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, the New Year program.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Well, we do, of course, special events with a little bit more shows, with a perfect buffet for Christmas and New Eve. So you can rest assured that there will be something special for all your clients.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your presentation, Oliver. I'd like to welcome everyone else back, if you can do. Claire and Fenella and Regina, if you would come back on screen. Okay. Right, wonderful. Okay. We are closing up now in terms of our webcast. As always, if you need a recap on anything with regards to the training, you will be able to watch the recorded version from tomorrow morning on our website and on our Facebook page and on YouTube. Thank you very much to all of today's partners for their updates. Brilliant training. I'd like everyone, if you can do, it may sound weird, it is a little bit odd, but we do a final wave to everyone to say goodbye, and then we capture that and use it as our screenshot. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks so much,
everyone.